Hello friends, this is Kevin, aka K-Man1, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon FireRed version. In the last episode, we stormed through the secret Team Rocket base underneath the game corner, and came face to face with this man. And in this episode, let's go ahead and see who he is. So, I must say, I'm impressed you got here. Team Rocket captures Pokemon from around the world. They're important tools for keeping our criminal enterprise going. I am the leader, Giovanni. For insolence, you will feel a world of pain. So, this is our first battle against... I don't remember his official trainer title, but it's... okay, just Boss Giovanni, but the leader of Team Rocket. And so Giovanni mostly uses ground and poison type Pokemon, like his underlings. However, he kind of ups the ante and... oh, come on, got a Magnitude 5? But anyways, he starts off with an Onix, which is a pretty strong Pokemon for this point in the game still. Something interesting about Onix, he did get an evolution in future generations, and so it is actually accessible to us in this game. Not quite. It'll be a little while before we can actually like access it, but Onix is one of the Pokemon where they weren't intending necessarily on making an evolved form for it, so it's a basic Pokemon with actually pretty good stats, and he has 1 HP. 1 HP. I guess it was my bad for using Rock Slide when I should have gone with the ground type move, but really, now I'm just going to be rude and finish him up with Fury Swipes. That's how you really know you've messed up, when you can get taken down by Fury Swipes. But anyways, that's his Onix down. No big problem. And now he's switching over to Rhyhorn, which is another ground and rock type Pokemon, which means I'm naturally going to be switching over to Jagaboo. And I'm just going to go ahead and Water Pulse it down. Rhyhorn is a cool Pokemon. It's not quite accessible to us, but it evolves into a Pokemon and it learns a lot of weird, different moves that you wouldn't normally expect from a rock ground type. Because something you'll learn about most rock ground types is that they kind of fall into the same category of generally like physically really strong, both offensively and defensively, but on the special side they can't really do much of anything. Anyways, his final Pokemon is Kangaskhan. And this is easily his most powerful Pokemon by... oh my goodness, did half my health with a single Fake Out. Yeah, I'm not kidding when I say this is his strongest Pokemon by a long shot. And sweet, got the Infatuation. Anyways, Kangaskhan is a normal type, and it's just really, really strong. It can only be female, so if you feel like that's gonna KO. That's definitely gonna KO. Okay, I was trying to do this thing, but it didn't go for it, so I got screwed out of different status effects. So now I'm just gonna go for the guaranteed and hit the Thunder Wave. Haha, you missed because you're bad and I'm not bad, which is why I'm gonna hit with my move instead of miss. Because missing is what losers do. So now I'm gonna go ahead and hit with the Brick Break. And boom. And a lot of people seem to think that Kangaskhan is ground type due to its appearance, but I never got that. I always just assumed it was a normal type, without actually like knowing for complete certain. And if he's not like fully paralyzed now, oh, he went for the bite, so yeah, Kangaskhan is always the Pokemon of his that gives me like a super crazy amount of trouble, and it's hanging on with 1 HP like a jerk, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he doesn't have any items in this battle, so no big deal that we couldn't quite take him down easily. And Giovanni is definitely a boss that gives me a lot of trouble, and I'm crazy underleveled compared to how I usually am when I take on this battle. So yeah, I see that you raise Pokemon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again. And he leaves behind this item, but what we're gonna do is the 360 no scope. Just kidding. We're gonna grab the Sylph Scope. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole reason we came down here. So I am going to go ahead and cut ahead to Celadon City. See you guys in just a moment. If I can activate the elevator. See you guys in just a moment. Alright, and back in Celadon City, there are actually a handful of paths open to us. And there have been for a while, but I'm just kind of doing things in the order I personally think they should be done. And completely honest, normally I take on the gym in the city before I do the rocket base, but I just felt like we've had a lot of gym battles already, but we haven't had a lot of run-ins with Team Rocket, so I figure may as well show them off a little bit more. Anyways, this is a grass-type gym, as you can tell by the plants. And so the big gimmick is that you need to move around, and you're gonna be required to fight, I believe it's 2 trainers no matter what. Like, no matter what path you take, you're gonna have to fight at least 2. So, I mean, you do you. I'm just gonna be taking this path, and I would show off all the trainer battles, but I just don't want to, like, have a million battles of me just spamming Ember over and over and over again. Because Super Hot is definitely gonna be MVP status for this gym battle. Unless he constantly gets put to sleep, in which case he's just gonna kind of sit there and be asleep. But fortunately, most of their moves aren't going to do very much damage because Super Hot is going to resist them, but it'll just mean that I can't spam Ember that much faster. And why would you switch to a weaker move? Like, there's absolutely no reason to ever use Vine Whip over Razor Leaf. Like, literally none. So, whatever. I don't get it. Nintendo logic or something. And if I could stop being asleep, that would be amazing. Hooray! Super Hot heard my cry for help and woke up. If I don't gain a couple levels from just the 2 trainers I have to battle, I may battle a little bit more off-screen just to get Super Hot to a little bit better of a level, since Ember isn't really going to be doing that much to, like, all these Pokemon here. So, okay, good, missed the poison powder. I am A-O fine with that. And I mean, I could always just get help from my other teammates, but I really want Super Hot to have a chance to shine. Not that he's been, like, bad so far, just that, I don't know, I feel like he's kind of fallen off recently, just with the fact that everyone else has evolved, and he's still in his first stage, and everything else is pretty much in its final stage, so it's just, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. And she sort of gives you a hint as to what types of Pokemon you should use in order to beat the gym. But, I mean, I already showed you guys a type chart. And I guess if you don't, like, play Pokemon as much as I have, then you don't necessarily know the type chart off the top of your head. Or, like, you'll be able to, like, know what moves you have that are super effective off the top of your head. So, I guess it's useful to that end, but it's just, like, what's really the point of giving me that tutorial? And it's not even really a tutorial, it's just like random NPC dialogue. So, I don't get it. Whew. Well, anyways, something you'll notice about most of these trainers is that they will have like a basic Pokemon and then an evolved version of that Pokemon. So, Bulbasaur into Ivysaur, or Oddish into Gloom, or Bellsprout into Weepinbell. And so that's what they are for the most part, the trainers, but there are a couple exceptions. And yeah, but if you could stop being paralyzed, that would be amazing. Fortunately, Gloom is just spamming Sweet Scent, so I am okay with that. And stop being paralyzed, Super Hot. You're better than this. You are better than this. You have gotten me through many a tough battle before. Remember battling against Brock? When you were just fearless, going forward, even though you were fighting an uphill battle against a really, really powerful rock type that, honestly, I probably should have used Ember on anyways because it has, like, 0 special defense, but insanely high physical defense. Remember that time? You're better than giving into paralysis multiple turns in a row. I believe in you, Super Hot. And she's just like, oh, you. And this girl right here is the gym leader, but I am going to heal up right quick before battling her, just because, yeah, Super Hot's not quite in perfect fighting condition right now. Alright, and back in the gym, one thing I just want to point out real quick is that I gave Super Hot a Lumberry. I'm trying to show it off, but basically it will automatically heal any status ailment he gets as soon as he gets it, so I won't get super annoyed by sleep or paralysis or whatever. So yeah, hello, lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. Oh dear, I must have dozed off. Welcome, my name is Erica. I'm the leader of the Celadon Gym. I am a student of the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are solely of the grass type. Oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea that you wished to challenge. Very well, but I shall not lose. Erica's kind of a cool gym leader. as far as, I don't know, most of the gym leaders are kind of just like there in this game. So, I mean, I think all of them are pretty cool in their own right, but it might just be the nostalgia in me talking. Anyways, our first Pokemon is Victory Bell, level 29. It's a grass poison type. It's the fully evolved form of Bellsprout, which we've come across a time or two before. And fortunately, this Lumberry seems like it's going to be paying off instantaneously because I'm not going to get annoyed by this paralysis, but he's probably just going to use she is probably just going to use Stun Spore again to annoy me even further, but hopefully it'll miss, and then I won't have to worry about it. And dang it, didn't miss, but that's okay, because she's going to use a Super Potion, and it's going to be really annoying, and yeah. Oh, never mind. Now, gym leaders have Hyper Potions, which, as we've already discussed, restore 200 HP. Yeah, they're jerks of the highest order. But, fortunately, we should still be able to just spam Fire-type moves and make our way through just fine, unless paralysis is going to really just stab us right in the stomach side, like the side of your stomach, where you're, I don't know how anatomy works, to be completely honest. But we get a nice chunk of experience for it, and she's going to switch to Tangela, which is a pure grass type, and I'm not going to change because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to take it on, even if in my paralyzed and low health state. But Tangela is a pure grass type, and I think Tangela is really cool, but he's not very useful in this she in this case. But Tangela as a species is not very useful in this generation, just because he doesn't have the greatest, it doesn't have the greatest stats. I keep referring to Tangela as a he, because I always think of Tangela as being a boy, because my brother, he has like really puffy hair, so I always say that his spirit Pokemon is Tangela, because he's like consumed by his hair, and the hair would be the, you get what I mean, I'm sure. But yeah. So that was Tangela. And her final Pokemon is Vileplume, and I've personally had the most trouble with this Pokemon out of any of them on her team. It is a Grass Poison type. It is the fully evolved form of Oddish. Well, technically a fully evolved form, but more on that some other time. And Magnitude 5. I was hoping I could get another Magnitude 10. That would be mad hype. But Vileplume is a very, very defensive Pokemon. So yeah. And anyways, that was Giga Drain, which is a really strong draining move. So I was hopeful that Molster could tank it, but I kind of knew in the back of my mind that he wouldn't be able to. So we're going to switch over to Jaggleboof and try to get this. Come on, hit Sing for once. I want you to be useful, Jaggleboof. I don't want you to just be a damage... I can't even talk right now. I don't want you to just be a damage dealer. I want you to be that utility and support character that you've always been destined to be or something. Alright, there's the Sing. There's what we were looking for. Oh. So, Sing actually does have really low accuracy. So I didn't know she had that item. I am really mad about this. I am learning all sorts of things that I did not know in the worst possible way. So, basically the big problem with Vileplume is that every single bit of damage you can deal to it, it'll just heal right back because of Giga Drain. So, unless you manage to get a crit or you have a really strong, super effective hit on it, then, yeah, you're pretty much screwed, to be completely honest. But I am whittling down its health ever so slightly every turn, and so Jaggleboof is probably going down. Something to note about Giga Drain is that it only has 5 power points, so if you can manage to whittle those down a little bit, then that will be very, very helpful to you indeed. I'm going to switch over to Dirk just because I'm not feeling confident in Superhot's ability to take this down. This is going to be a not very effective hit, but I feel like it'll probably be my most powerful hit, maybe? I don't know. Probably not. I'm going to switch over to the Thunderbolt next just so I can get the stab and the extra power. Plus, I'm pretty sure Jerk's special attack is higher than his physical attack right now. It's just that Vileplume has naturally higher special defense than physical defense. Don't ask me how I know that. It's because I'm a huge geek. And I'm pretty sure that should be Giga Drain's last power point unless the computer is a cheating jerk. I'm pretty sure she's used it 5 times. I want to say. We'll find out. If she never uses Giga Drain again, I'm going to say that I was right. And if she does use it again, then I'm still going to say that I'm right and the computer's cheating. So, win-win for me, really. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can snipe this off with a quick attack, and down goes Vileplume. Awesome. And useless critical. the Let's Play curse is shining through all of a sudden. For those of you who are unaware, the Let's Play curse generally involves getting useless criticals when the opponent is at 1 HP anyways, and the opponent getting criticals like all the freaking time. And so yeah, we beat Erica, hooray! And now we get the TM for I can't talk. We get the TM for Giga Drain, which will let us be annoying, but meh, whatever. I'm not really going to use it quite yet. I might have something in mind where I might be able to use it, but more on that at another time. Anyways, in this episode, I'm not completely sure how long it's going to be after I do all the cuts and stuff and things, but in this episode, we battled Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket, and defeated the 4th gym leader, Erica, to get ourselves the Rainbow Badge. And in the next episode, we are going to be going back to Lavender Town, for reasons we'll get into next time. See you guys then.